A retired military general has said Emerson Mnangagwa has damaged ZANU PF beyond repair. And I think I find myself agreeing with, especially on the fact that Emerson Mnangagwa has indeed damaged ZANU PF beyond repair. But I must not say also ZANU PF, but also the image of Zimbabwe, and of course the reputation of Zimbabwe. When we talk about it, we cannot speak about it in isolation with the harm that has been done by ZANU PF. So I find myself in agreement with him. Now, the mind-boggling question is, in such circumstances, what is the way forward? I think that is the question that every Zimbabwean is busy asking today. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So this is what the general has said, and it is General Retired Lieutenant Winston Sikauke Mapanga. He says, as a retired general, Lieutenant General Winston Sikauke Mapanga, I say this with weight of the liberation war on my shoulders. Mnangagwa has damaged ZANU PF beyond repair, more than Mugabe ever did. ZANU PF is no longer serving the purpose of its liberation struggle. It has become a vehicle for personal power consolidation rather than the people's revolution we fought for. I think when you look at the exposés, that has been the order of the day. Within the few days, we've been witnessing, massive leakages of voice notes, and these voice notes linking Emerson Mnangagwa and deteriorating political environment in Zimbabwe. That points to one direction, that Emerson Mnangagwa has led Zimbabwe to a disastrous moment when it comes to corruption, when it comes to quite a number of issues. So he says what Mnangagwa is doing to ZANU PF, Mnangagwa is risking everything to block General Chiwenga from ascending to presidency. This is not just political maneuvering. This is tyranny. What has General Chiwenga done to deserve this? Nothing but loyalty and sacrifice. Here is what General Chiwenga did for Mnangagwa. On November 14, 2017, Chiwenga walked into a television studio in military uniform, surrounded by the full command of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, and read the statement that changed Zimbabwe's history. He put his life, career, freedom, and the lives of every general behind him on the line for one man, Emerson Mnangagwa. He delivered the 2017 transition at personal cost that is now becoming fully visible. He has been the front runner in the succession race since 2017, yet Mnangagwa treats him like an enemy. General Chiwenga risked everything for Mnangagwa, and now Mnangagwa is repaying that sacrifice by orchestrating what he calls Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3, madness, a coordinated plot to block General Chiwenga from ascending to the presidency. The bottom line, the army built ZANU PF, and the army will block this power grab plot. Silence in the face of these constitutional violations carries lasting consequences, especially for those who once fought for democratic governance. Mnangagwa is eroding the very foundation of the republic that is not liberation, that is tyranny. The liberation struggle legacy remains a powerful force and a force to reshape Zimbabwe's political landscape through unconstitutional means will ultimately fail. General Chiwenga deserves better than this betrayal. That is retired Lieutenant General Winston Sikauke Mapanga. Now, let me take what the followers have written. It's quite important. Kudziwell says, Mnangagwa is doing it for Takwire. It being used to create room for a Takwire takeover of the presidency. Maybe he isn't seeing it or being pushed by someone of influence to him. Dex Kelly says, "Sir, I have read all your post sentiments, understood, have business colleagues in Zimbabwe. I ask exactly, how will a change within government assist non-politically party-aligned operations? Exporter retain full invoice value, factories access dollar at actual market rate. Tech vibes. ZANU PF killed more black Zimbabweans since the War of the Liberation struggle than Smith himself. ZANU PF is a problem. A cancer." Joe says, "There is really nothing in it for Zimbabweans as there. Your submission clearly shows that what matters to you is Chiwenga in power. That's all. Mr. Wiseman, Viva Kudokuru, Chipo Masarua, and Sizibasori, Koko General." So these are the comments. Now it's quite important to actually listen to comment section, although it is not valued by many people, but I value it a lot because that is the response of the people of Zimbabwe, unfiltered on any point of discussion, especially relating to the politics of the land. As such, it is very fundamental and important to also take into consideration. I know many politicians, they just read, although they don't respond to this, they just read, but no action is actually imposed. So, the thing is, people have been hearing what retired General Winston Sikauke Mapanga has been saying, but a lot of people are saying, but what will you do? That is the very fundamental question. People know that Mnangagwa betrayed Chiwenga. It's public knowledge. It's information that is in the public domain. We know this. We have been reading about this for those who have not experienced it, but some of us, we experienced it. It's not second-hand information. Directly, we were witnessing, we were watching the events as they unfold. And as I have said, I think this is a moment of breaking it or making it. And June will determine whether Zimbabwe moves forward or not. And if there is resistance to Emerson Tambudzo Mnangagwa, it doesn't mean those who resist him will outrightly win. There would be a chaos, there will be pandemonium in Zimbabwe until things are solved. For how long will this take? I'm not so sure, but I'm quite certain it has to take a very period of time. Unfortunately, that is where Mnangagwa is taking us to. That is where Zwikanandas are taking us to. Also to deal with another aspect. People have this perception that Mnangagwa is paving way for Kudawasha Takwire. I wish we could have seen also the other side of the faction in terms of ambitions. I have said it and I will repeat it. Mnangagwa is a selfish man. There is absolutely no way he can sacrifice for another person unless if that person is his child. Yes, and I repeat, unless if that person is his child. What we are witnessing being created in Zimbabwe, it is not a transition on the side of Mnangagwa. It is building the monarchy brick by brick. And that is the aim of Emmerson Mnangagwa. He doesn't want to hand over to Takwirei. If Takwirei is believing this, then he is misdirected. He is highly misdirected. I will repeat this over and over again. There is no, he should ask himself this question. When Chiwenga sacrificed for Mnangagwa, what were the promises to Chiwenga? That power would be handed over to you after I serve just a single term. Did he honor that? If he did not honor that, then who is Budawashe Takwirei to ever think that this man all of a sudden can change to be a saint? Then if he believes that, then he doesn't understand politics. He has to quit politics. Politics is not as simple as that, especially the politics of Zimbabwe. I repeat, what Mnangagwa is doing, Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 of 2026, does not exist as an instrument to create or to pave way for any other person except for the sons of Mnangagwa. That is what is in the mind of Emmerson Mnangagwa. I know it will dawn to many. Maybe if things move towards the other direction, but there is high probability they will not move towards the direction of Emmerson Mnangagwa. Zimbabweans are tired. Zimbabweans have suffered. Zimbabweans are ready to fight. You are going to witness Zimbabweans fighting on a daily basis, especially on this decisive month of June. It's going to be decisive. It may not come out with an outright winner, but it will shape the events for the future politically. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Okanqobo Mhlabane is signing out. Let me love and leave you. Let's continue.